Hi, and welcome to this episode of Victory Talk with Latasha White. What I want to talk to you about this week is how can you be victorious? Y'all always hear me talk about victory talk this, victory talk that, victory in this and that, and how. You want to know the how. How do you become victorious? It's in the little things. It's in the little things that you do every single day that are going to amount to the big things. Because just like we always say, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. And so what are those little things every single day? Starting with the very beginning of your day. Are you getting up and preparing for your day? Or are you just letting your day happen to you? That's the very first thing. What I learned from one of my coaches is that you start with the end in mind. And so I needed to start last night to figure out what today is going to be. I can't get up today and just jump into my day and think it's just supposed to happen. I need to have in my mind, how do I need to show up tomorrow? Who do I need to show up for? What are the things that I need to do? Are we stopping and figuring that out? It's really easy, especially in these uncertain times of quarantine, not quarantine, pandemic, kind of shifting out of pandemic. Like, what is it really? We don't really know. But what I do know is the way you lead yourself should not change. You leading yourself is you leading yourself is you leading yourself. And so if the plan for your day has to shift, the plan for your day has to shift. But you get to be in charge of that. You get to steer your ship and figure out where it needs to go. You need to be the one to say, okay, this didn't work, but this can. And very, very quickly be able to shift your mind. Sitting in, that didn't work. Now I don't know what to do. That shouldn't be the case, because you are doing the work to be able to grow through, to be able to figure out, how do I shift? Okay, this might have happened, and a lot of crappy stuff does happen, but are you going to let it define you, or are you going to let it refine you? Are you going to let it define you, or are you going to let it refine you? When you go into the kennel, you come out beautiful ceramic, right? As a beautiful ceramic, versus going in there and coming out charred and burned looking. You get to be the deciding factor of what that looks like. I want you to make it a plan of, what am I going to show up like today? Am I going to get dressed? Am I not? Am I going to plan my day, or let my day plan me? Am I going to even figure out what my meals should be, or I'm just going to eat everything in sight? Am I going to make sure that I'm getting my water consumption in, or I'm going to drink soda and coffee all day? You get to decide. Nobody's doing these things to you. Nobody's shoving the food in your mouth. Nobody's causing you to sit on the couch. Nobody's causing you to be inactive. Nobody's saying, oh, it's not a good time to work out. Nobody's saying that to you. You're making those decisions all on your own. That's your own self-leadership, and it's time to take ownership of that. And so what I want you to do is stop, take self-inventory, figure out what shifts you need to make, and unapologetically just make them. You don't have to check in with somebody else and say, should I be better today? Check in with this person. Is it a good idea if I get up and get dressed today? Is it a good idea if I, actually plan my meals? Is it a good idea if I structure my day and to be productive? Is it a good idea? You don't need to get permission from anyone. You need to stand up and show up for yourself. Self-leaders do that. Self-leaders do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, even when nobody's looking. That's the definition of self-leadership. And I know you're a self-leader. I've seen you do it. You've seen you do it. You've just forgotten. You've checked out of your own game. It's time to get back in. Get your jersey on, pull your shoulders back, and get back in your own game. Find me at Latasha White. Download my app from Google Play or Apple. Givin, Givin, space LLC, or on all social media platforms at Latasha White. Stop trying to figure out this thing on your own. I'm absolutely here to help you.